Dear Hudson families, I'm extremely happy to welcome our students and families to the 2020-21 school year. We have not been physically together since March 13th, which seems a lifetime away. So many things have happened since we officially closed our schools in March, but in my opinion, tomorrow will be the best event yet. Tomorrow, the new academic school year begins in Hudson under a hybrid learning model. Considering all aspects of the COVID-19 pandemic and our level of readiness, we believe that this is the best learning model for Hudson at this time. Due to the COVID-19 closures, the lack of routine and structure, limited social interaction, and the physical absence of teachers have had a real and significant impact on the lives of children. Students need social interaction to learn and thrive. To this end, we had to make some difficult decisions, and I believe all decisions were made to support what is best for the children of our community. And it includes the district's ability to offer some choices for parents while supporting the parents who want students back in the school. Most importantly, we made every decision by keeping the safety of our students and staff a top priority. We have been busy making significant building modifications, and we have created new protocols and routines in anticipation of our students and staff's return to school. This means that our schools and school day and daily routines will not look and feel as it did prior to March 13th. However, we are doing our best to make the start of the school year as normal as possible. Both adults and students need to experience more than ever the joy that exists with the starting of a new school year. We owe it to ourselves to recognize and to embrace every opportunity, however small, that celebrates the reopening of schools and the joy of our students back in the school. So, what does the hybrid learning model look like? In order to give the best support for every student, we developed 4 cohorts of students, A, B, C, and D. Cohort A, students who attend schools Monday and Tuesdays and then work remotely from home Wednesday through Friday. Cohort B, students who attend schools Thursdays and Fridays and then work remotely from home Monday through Wednesday. Cohort C, students in this cohort need a greater level of assistance to achieve academic success. Students in Cohort C who attend schools on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays and then work remotely from home on Wednesdays. Cohort D, students in this cohort will not physically attend school. They will work remotely from home Monday through Friday. It is important to note that regardless of the cohort, every student will be engaged in rigorous activities and learning together as a community, in person or remotely. No matter the cohort or learning location, the academic standards are the same. Direct instruction, independent work, group work, homework, all will be in place for all students. This hybrid learning model is quite different in comparison to the spring remote learning. We learned a great deal from the emergency crisis mode in the spring, including the valuable feedback we received from families and teachers. Therefore, all students will have a device to learn remotely from kindergarten through grade 12. All students will have set schedules, including a mix of live teaching and self-paced learning. All content taught in all subjects are fully aligned with the state standards. Academic and social emotional supports will be available, including office hours and small groups. Most teachers will be working from their classrooms with instructional materials and technology. Teachers will have common planning time every Wednesday afternoon while students are engaged in self-direct work. Students' attendance and participation will be monitored and recorded daily. All classes will be graded. And Google Classroom will be our standard online platform for teacher and student interaction, such as course assignments and feedback. It is important that all families and students fully understand the guidelines and regulations regarding the proper use of technology, internet, and student privacy. Live sessions with students and teachers shall not be recorded. Parents, guardians, or family members are not allowed to participate or interfere with the teacher's plan and live lesson routine. Anyone who violates the district's guidelines are subject to disciplinary actions, to include exclusion from remote learning. We are also starting the year with many customary activities and practices on hold, such as open houses, parent conferences, and extracurricular activities. Once the year is underway, we will evaluate the appropriate time to resume these practices. How have we prepared our school buildings for the reopening of schools? All classrooms have been set up to accommodate the number of students enrolled in a particular class or course. All extra furniture has been removed to allow for a minimum of 6 feet separation between students. Breakfast and lunch will take place in the school's cafeteria, gym, or any other identified area to maintain social distancing. There will be fewer classroom transitions as a result of modified schedules, teacher transitions, which includes the use of push-in model. Students' arrivals and dismissals have been modified for a streamlined process that will prevent student congregation in and out of schools. Recess and breaks have also been scheduled with designated areas for social distancing, indoors and outdoors. Recess will be one of the opportunities for a mask break. The health and safety of our students and staff have been our main priority throughout the planning process for the reopening of schools. We relied on every data indicator available. We followed every guidance issued by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Department of Public Health, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and we listened to authorities from the health and medical fields. We also have learned a lot over the past 6 months about COVID-19 and how to best protect against transmission of the virus. As a result, we feel comfortable with the preparations and modifications we established in our buildings and the protocols we have created to safely reopen our schools. Air quality. We commissioned a reputable organization to conduct an evaluation of our school's HVAC systems. As a result, recommendations were presented in 2 tiers. We have addressed all recommendations in Tier 1 and have allocated over $200,000 in funding to address recommendations in Tier 2, which include the installation of a needlepoint bipolar ionization technology that will enhance the existing filtration system by neutralizing pollutants, dust, allergens, mold, bacteria, and viruses in each classroom and workspace in our buildings. We have secured large quantities of personal protection equipment to support our school operations. We have purchased disposable and fabric masks, clear view masks, N95 masks, face shields, disposable gowns and gloves to ensure that any staff assisting students in situations that require close contact or physical interaction with the students will have the proper PPEs. All classrooms have been equipped with hand sanitizers. A building sanitization protocol has been devised for the day and the night shifts. The night deep cleaning will include the GE-ON mist treatment. We have also allocated over $80,000 to purchase Inozo 3 spray bottles for every classroom to ensure that staff have a quality disinfectant product for the sanitization of high-touch areas throughout the day. We are prepared for everyone's return. Now we all need to step up and fulfill our personal and social responsibility and follow the mitigating practices known to be effective against the spread of the virus. Use of masks. The importance of adhering to this policy is critical. Please speak with your child about the importance of wearing masks while on the bus and in school. Although wearing masks may be uncomfortable at times, there will be mask breaks throughout the day. Masks help protect all of us. Practicing social distancing and frequent hand washing are also important and vital practices to mitigating the process. Please speak with your child regarding the sharing of materials or personal items. We are developing protocols for the use of classroom materials, and we will emphasize the importance of not sharing personnel items with one another. Another extremely important practice we ask all families to follow is the morning screening of students. You have received a screening protocol developed by our school nurses. This screening must take place prior to your child leaving your home. If your child is experiencing any symptom on the screening list, we ask that you keep your child home and that you contact the school nurse immediately. This is a critical step for your family and for all families in your school. We really are all in this together. Each of our actions impacts the other. As we are committed to protecting teachers and students, we need to collectively commit to following health protocols and to keep our schools safe. Yet, what will happen when we have a positive case in our schools? When a positive case is identified in our schools, all families will be notified that a positive case has been identified in that school. We cannot provide identifiable information in accordance to HIPAA and FERPA regulations. For the family or families involved due to contact tracing, they will be notified immediately, and in coordination with the local Board of Health, families will receive the appropriate steps and course of action needed for their particular circumstance. Flu vaccination. Governor Baker and the Department of Public Health announced that flu vaccination is a requirement for all pre-K to 16 students by December 31st, 2020. I understand that this requirement is not fully accepted by all families. I encourage those who have questions or concerns to contact your child's pediatrician or healthcare provider regarding this vaccination requirement. We want to ensure that all members of the Hudson School community are safe and remain safe for the duration of the flu season. Although much planning and preparation have occurred, and teachers have spent the last 2.5 weeks training and preparing lessons designed for in-person and remote learning, we expect that the first few days of school will require some adjustments for teachers, students, and parents. I ask that you work directly with your child's teacher and school administrator, and together find the best way to navigate through the initial steps of the remote learning routine. A school superintendent recently stated that, and I quote, "Persistence, not perfection, is what we're aiming for." I am adopting her words because we will be persistent, we will work together, and we'll make the appropriate adjustments to do it right. Thank you for your patience and for your continued support as we work together to make this school year a successful one. I look forward to seeing our students back in the school on Thursday. Be well, everyone.